Have you ever thought of leaving the United States of America to come and start life afresh here in Africa? Now, if you have ever thought about this, then let you know that you are not the only one who has those thoughts. Thousands of Americans have actually moved to Africa. And when I say thousands of Americans, I'm talking about Black Americans inclusive. They had actually left and moved to Africa. And one of those countries in Africa that they have moved and started life afresh is Ghana. So just in case you are wondering, is this even possible? Yes, it is possible. And in today's video, I am going to be breaking it down to you, the reasons why they actually moved from America down to Africa, Ghana in perspective, and the things that they do, the businesses, the investments that they do, and just about the challenges or whatever it is that they are faced right here in Africa. So if you want to watch this video because you'd want to know if this is possible and those things, the challenges and everything, then do not go nowhere because I will be right back. So guys, you're welcome back. My name is Obinje, and today's video I'm going to be talking about the very reasons why Black Americans are moving from the United States of America to Ghana to come and start life afresh. But before we go deep into the video, don't forget that you can subscribe to this channel, turn on your post notification, give this video a thumbs up, and please do one more thing for me, share this video. So what are the reasons that make these Americans actually relocate from America down to Ghana? One of the reasons why most of these Black Americans actually relocate back to Africa and Ghana in perspective is the fact that they want to, reconnect with their ancestry. They want to reconnect with their culture and all of these things. I would let you know that majority of them are from Africa, Ghana in perspective, and they just feel that it is time to reconnect home. It is time to come back home and, enjoy basically everything that is, up here in the country. And another reason is the fact that in the year 2019, the Ghana government initiated a campaign, which is the year of return and beyond the return. And this was to, open up Ghana to a lot of these people to come back home and come and invest and, be a part of the society, be a part of this land. And this was, like I said, an initiative that gave rise to that movement back home in Ghana. So a lot of them just took up that offer to come back home and feel exactly what it is to be a Black person living back home here in Ghana. Now, another reason why they moved back home here to Ghana is the fact that lots and lots of business opportunities and investment. Now, remember I talked about the year of the return, Ghana being showcased to, a lot of them. And they saw that Ghana is the land of opportunity. Ghana is that virgin land that is yet to be tapped. They saw a lot of gap in the market, a lot of demand in the market for businesses to be set up, for organizations to be set up, because the market is actually here in Ghana. So they just took up the offer to come home and set up businesses here in Ghana. I once talked about this, about why they are coming back home to Ghana, and I would link that video up here, or I would leave a link down in the description box so you can go watch the video and see the business opportunities or investment that they have actually tapped into. So the business investment and the opportunities happen to be one of the reasons why we are seeing many Black Americans returning back home to Ghana. Another reason why most of them actually return back home is the affordable, standard of living, and of course we can say the better quality of life. Now, I know that quite a number of us here are in the jackpot season. A lot of people are actually relocating out of Africa to the US, Canada, the UK, Australia, and the likes. A lot of people are actually relocating there. But then again, when you get there, you would understand that there isn't any place like home because of the affordable living and the better quality of life. In terms of the way things happen here in Africa is a lot much easier and simpler for a lot of us to be able to, go by. So these people have actually realized and figured it out that standard of living might not be up to exactly what it is there, but it is affordable and there's quality life here if you know how to go about it. So they just jump on that train and of course they come back here and they are really, really, really enjoying that affordable and better quality of life right here in Ghana. Now, another reason why they relocate back to Ghana is the fact that they escape stress in the US, they escape racism in the US, and whether you like it or not, there is actually stress and racism going on in the US. Although you might not really see it in your face, it might be subtle, it might be loud, it just depends on unique individual cases. But these things are actually there in the US, and many of them feel stress. Of course, there is stress every other place of the world. There is no human life without stress. But in comparison, the stress here in Africa compared to the US is much, much better here. So, I mean, they have the money to come and set up businesses, like I said in my other option. So they come back here because they know the stress they are going to be facing in different areas of their life is less compared to the stress they are being faced with abroad. So they just come back home here and set up and start life afresh. And honestly speaking, there is no form of racism down here in Africa, down here in Ghana. And when they check it and see that there's a right to life, a right to living right here, nobody is, being racist towards you or whatsoever. They just, jump on the train, come back home and start life afresh in Ghana. And then again, there is the government support for those diasporans that come back home to Ghana. We can see that Ghana government actively encourages a lot of them to come back home. And for those who have come home, there's the residency program, the resident permit to live in Ghana for as long as you want. It's permanent, which of course a lot of us are also going out of Africa to get in other countries. But then again, when they come here to Ghana, Ghana government gives them that right, that permit, that legal permit to be a permanent, resident here in the country. And also it gives them the opportunity to be landowners. So when they come here, they don't have to rent, even if they do want to rent, but they have the opportunity of buying lands to be landowners. And of course, you can also retain the citizenship of your country. So they are coming from the America, wherever it is they are coming from. They are already citizens of that country. When they come to Ghana here, even if at the end of the day they get the citizenship here of Ghana, they are still, able to retain the citizenship of wherever they are coming from. So Ghana government allows dual citizenship for the diasporans that come back home to Ghana. Despite all these beautiful things that I have said about the reasons why majority of them do relocate and start life afresh here in Ghana, I am not saying that there are no challenges. I mean, there are challenges here, and of course, I will be talking about those challenges. So before you are carried away with all these beautiful things that you are going to, enjoy, or you are going to be able to, be exposed to here in Ghana, what are the challenges you are going to face if you are moving from America to Ghana? And one of the challenges that you are going to face is the cultural adjustment. And we've seen a lot of people talk about cultural differences when they move from one country to another country. As a Nigerian who moved to Ghana, I actually faced my cultural, shock, my cultural, differences in life here in Ghana. And what exactly are the things that you might face that cultural adjustment in? The way of life here in Ghana is 100% different from the way of life in America. Things are a bit slow here in Ghana compared to places in America where life is kind of fast and up, up, up and on the run. So when you come here, you are going to notice that there is a slow way of doing things. And again, Ghana is such a country that families, friends live a kind of community lifestyle. So if you were not living a community lifestyle in America, you are going to, find it kind of a shock or a kind of, whatever it is you would want to tell me, you are going to be faced with all those cultural differences and adjustment, which of course, as time goes by, you are going to, adapt to the system. Another, challenge you are going to face is the way policies, government policies or bureaucracies are being handled here in Ghana. For instance, Yes, the Ghana government does give you your resident permit, but you would end up saying that it is not just a swift and fast, movement. It's not, or let's even talk about you going to open your business. It's not just you going to the office today and getting all your paperwork done, and then your business is, open and all of that. It does take, like I said, the system here is kind of slow compared to how it is being done there. So most of the things that you would want to do, you would see that it's kind of a drag. My advice to you is that take each day as it comes, although you are doing your follow up, but it actually is going to be very slow compared to where you are coming from. Another thing you are going to be dealing with is, infrastructures and everything that has to do with that. So, one of the things or the things that you are going to face in the infrastructure is that our internet connection is going to be rather very slow compared to what you are faced with. Our phone, in fact, network here is pretty bad compared to where you'd want to, compared to where you are coming from, if I must say. And then we are dealing with power outages here. Now, I know that Ghana happens to be one of those countries that when it comes to electricity, it's pretty good. But once in a while, you will be faced with power outages, and this can be actually, a challenge for you who is coming from the first world countries to come and live in Ghana. But either ways, if you come prepared to Ghana, you are going to, have the amazing time of your life here in Ghana. So, how do you come prepared? It's always advisable that you do your research, get to know about Ghana, get to know about the region, where in the region that you would want to stay, so that you are able to, figure out things that would, be comfortable, conducive to give you that good life here in Ghana. And, nonetheless, Ghana is a good African country to, relocate. So these are just about the reasons and the challenges that most of these Americans who relocate to Ghana face. My one question to you is, would you ever consider moving to Ghana, or are you already in motion to here in Ghana? Please drop a comment down below. And thank you if you had watched this video up onto this level. My name is Obinje, and don't forget that you can subscribe to this channel, turn on your post notification, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you another day. Thank you and bye.